Hey, thank you for tuning in to
Hello,
Rock and
everybody.
Jess World. Glad you all are here. Glad everybody's here. Jess, how are you doing today?
Doing great, doing excellent. Great day to be Saturday.
Good, great day to be Saturday. I think Saturday's end of the week. We all look forward to Saturday. I definitely understand that sentiment there. Glad everybody's here. And we've had a great day today. I don't know. Today started out really good, but I think it got even better as time went on. Just so many wonderful things, and we're grateful to be broadcasting not only from, we'll just say social media because the end result is not social media, but we're glad to be able to do this on social media. So, Jess, how's your day been?
Well, it's been good. I went outside, stayed in the sun, closed my eyes, looked at the sun. Just sat there and did nothing. It was the most best day I've ever had so far. Best part of the day, rather.
Good, good, good. You know what? Because there have been so many great things that have went on today. I want to take a moment just because I want to invite a few people to this to be able to see this. So we'll take a few moments, roll a little music. You know, we like that one song that's real good. So we're gonna roll that just for a moment. Y'all stay
Okay,
tuned. Great things are
stay
coming.
with
Great
us.
things are coming. Great things are coming. Stay tuned in. I love this song.
Yeah, great song. Make you want to get up and move around real fast.
Invite a few people here. All right, we got a few people invited here, and that is a wonderful thing, wonderful thing. And with all these things in front of me, Jess, it'll get a little confusing with all the different things and attachments and things that are going on, and
Gotta multitask.
buttons and going on and phones with.
Hmm.
It's a lot of different things that are going on. So we're happy about today. And so in today's news, and I don't
Yeah.
know if I already told you all this, but welcome to Rock and Jess World. I'm Rock,
I'm Jess.
and we're grateful that you're here. So in
Yes.
news today, in great news today, awesome news today, we
Yes.
had a changing of the guard.
And
Changing
and
of the
what
guard.
happened?
I don't know. I mean, we had a changing of the guard. And I think the guard is still trying to be notified that it's being changed, and so it's a lot of things that are going on, and yeah, so it's just a lot of things that's going on. But President Trump is no longer. Well, I'll say this: January.
Yeah.
Somebody had on Facebook that you got to January. You got
Yeah.
to January before we get you out of there.
But he said he will not be moved.
He will not be moved. He will not be moved. It just makes me think of
Yeah.
several things when I hear those kind of things. That that you won't be moved, and America the whole time is just, yeah,
Yeah.
America. I get it, America. I feel the same way. I feel the same way, America. He needs to be moved out of there, and and so congratulations to President
Yes.
elect Joe Biden.
Yes.
Uh, Congratulations to him, especially congratulations for Rock and Jess World.
That's right.
Congratulations, Madam Vice President
That's
Harris.
right.
Well, wow. I saw a meme that was, and today is emotional. I mean, for a lot of African Americans, but not only that, for the whole country.
Yeah.
I think that in this whole thing, the country, our soul had been kind of diminished. And racism had
Yeah.
just become way, racism is always there, but I think that it became so much worse. While going through this, racism had just became a horrible thing. So we are excited about the
Yes.
President-elect Biden. Congratulations! I think this is a gift to the whole country.
Yes, and especially a lot of things have been. I mean, just before the election, everything has been brought to the surface. So now we're watching. Everybody's watching and watching it more as a team than before.
Yeah, so many things that he said he was going to do that he did
Hmm.
not do. This whole wall that he talked about
Yeah.
doing. Now, I didn't agree with the wall, but you know what? Even though I didn't agree with the wall, he didn't even do the wall.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. That's right.
and
It's
then
a waste
said,
of time.
and then he said somebody else is going to pay for it.
Yes.
It kind of sounds like it's taxes, don't it?
Yeah, yeah, it does.
You know,
He's
everybody else paid
adamant.
taxes. I'm not paying taxes.
He was
Anyway,
so sure.
so that wall didn't even happen. The
Yeah.
wall for President Trump didn't even happen. And then once again, we don't want to put too much pressure on him because we understand that we understand about him. He was our nation's first toddler presidency. And every now and then he needed to be burped. So even within that, he said that he was going to get rid of and repeal or get rid of Obamacare. Didn't do either of the things. Didn't do either of them. Just made a lot of things that he said he was going to do that he did not do. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it just from me personally. And I quit posting about it on Facebook. When I say posting about it, putting comments down there about how I felt on different things, because most folks just want to argue. And here's what I realized. I love a good argument.
Yes, I do. I do know
No, just go and tell the people. I love a good argument. And
loves
that's not to say that me and Jess argue. That's not to say that. But I love a debate. But here's the thing. I love an organized debate. Some folks just want to argue and make noise.
Just to create anger.
Yeah. And then don't have no valid points. Just talking. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I know, Jess, you with your staff and different things like that, when with nursing leadership and stuff like that, you ever had somebody just disagree with you but don't have no foundation for what they're saying?
Yes, all the time.
Kind of like the president, huh?
Yes.
Kind of like the president, and with all the whining, you would think that this wasn't a country. This was actually a maternity ward.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Jess, we out there. We might well go and say what we want to say. We go.
Well, I think no.
So just looking at so many different things, I am really, really excited and happy. Yes, I am happy. We are so excited and happy about the great things that are happening in our country. We're excited about it. I know the country is excited about what is going on. It's a changing of the guard, but it's a cleansing. It is a taking back of our moral compass. Taking it back. And I'm just so happy that things will be better, as far as, and I'm gonna say this, as far as not hearing just such outlandish things on the news.
Yeah.
I really boycotted news while he was in office. And this is not, what I'm saying. We talking like this is our whole show. We just talking about today's news, right? This is not our whole show. We actually got some other things we're going to talk about, but I just have to look at this like, Lord, thank you.
Yeah. Address today.
Yeah. And this is a different thing, because do you remember when President Barack Obama was elected?
Yes.
I'll never forget it. I actually know where I was. Truman Court, Turl, Texas. And I was right there. And after he was elected, I went out in the front yard and was like, wow,
That was an amazing day.
Yeah, I went out in the front yard that evening and looked up in the sky and was emotional.
Yeah.
Because I, as a black man, and I knew that my son's son, and I knew that my father's father, this was a win for us. This basically said that as a black man, we can do anything that we want.
My consideration was the people that came before us that's been fighting for that day, and it finally happened. They were able to witness it. That was the most emotional part for me, is the people that got to witness it.
Right.
Yeah. So it was a good moment. And we did well. And now we got it. We've made history again. I mean, our vice president now. That's history for women and black women. So we'll see what that's going to do.
Right. So it's just a lot of things that we're looking at with the president and different things like that. With him, his administration, different things. I think it's been probably, I don't know for sure, and I'll have to fact check this to see. I think that he's may have fired more people than any other president. He's good at firing people, but America have given out the pink slip today.
Yes, they did.
I won't even say pink slip, because we just need to cut the cord, and just let you go. Give him the boot. And so we are very happy. Once again, you're tuned into Rock and Jess World right here on social media, but
Welcome.
we're also on Rock and Jess World. Get a chance to go by www.rockandjessworld.com.
Hmm.
That way you can see everything that we are connected to. It's all in one place, actually. The YouTube channel, the Instagram
Yes.
channel.
Yes.
I don't even know if you have an Instagram channel. We are on Instagram, though. We're on IG.
Yes, because we do IGTV,
Yeah,
so
we
that
do.
is
We
Instagram
do
channel.
IGTV. That's right. And I hope that you all have been able to follow the motivational aspect that we've been doing, which is our other site, which is rockleech.com. Get a chance to follow that. But everything for Rock and Jess World is in one place. So please continue to support the podcast. We're
Definitely
grateful
appreciate it.
that you are supporting the podcast. And we've got a lot of great things that are going on, a lot of great things that are going on, and we want to continue those great things. And so we love to have your support. You get a chance to go over there, support. Go
It's
ahead and
definitely
listen to all of
growing.
them. If you don't support anything by sowing a seed, listen to all the broadcasts.
Yes.
No harm in listening.
That's
You
right.
go ahead and listen to the broadcast, and that'll be great. Just what else can they do?
Well, they can participate. You can comment. Let us know things that you want to see and hear. I mean, our biggest thing is motivating people to, especially in this season of health and growth, and we just want people to do better, feel better, and it's not just to change minds, just encourage minds. To do what you want to do, live your dreams. I mean, that's a big part of us, and just sharing that with you all. Things that we do and things you can do to make things better for yourself. So we're definitely growing. We're growing and we're growing, and we love you for you to grow with us.
And I'm gonna tell you this: that sometimes when I'm looking, I'm always just moved. I'm always moved when I look at the analytics.
Yeah.
I'm always moved when I look at the analytics because they tell a story. They tell a story that people are paying attention
Hmm.
to what we're doing, whether it is YouTube or whether it is YouTube. What is the other one? Twitter.
Hmm.
Or even when we go into our podcast stats, people are listening, and we really appreciate it. We just want to make sure that we let everybody know we really appreciate it. But back to President Trump, and I'm hoping that Joe Biden. What is your main hope that you hope for with Joe Biden that he does when being president? What is your hope, Jess?
My hope is that he does what he says he's going to do. I mean, that's what any expectation of somebody you
Hmm.
voted into office, that things will get better. Of course, this big COVID thing, that's what we're looking at. That's the main
Right.
thing we're looking at, is that it decreases, goes. I don't expect it to go away completely, but I expect the numbers to go down. That's what I want to see
I want the numbers to
immediately.
go to zero. Do you think we
Yes.
can get zero?
Maybe. Well, it's a virus. We're hoping at least containable. That's what
Right.
that's what we
Right.
like. Zero is the best, but if
Right.
not, containable.
Okay, because that's one of the things I'm looking at. So your hope is that COVID gets under control, which
Yes.
is mainly, I believe, to zero.
Mhm.
My hope is that he will bring more unity to a divided nation. Now,
Yes.
let's be outright honest here. I don't think racism will ever go away. Just gonna put that out there. I don't think that as long as there is somebody that's different, because we call it racism because of the difference of somebody's skin, but people will find whatever difference that you have, whether it's somebody who is discriminating because of, against people who have big heads,
Yes.
you know,
There'll always
uh,
be something.
or smart people against, anyway. Uh, so it will always be some form of, things that are going on like that. And I'm just glad to see our country get our soul back. To
Yes.
get our soul back. And speaking of soul, there is a dark complexion lady that is also going to be running the country. The second most powerful person in the world is now an African American woman.
Oh
What do
my
you say to
gosh.
that, Jess? What does that say for all Black women? What does that say?
We've arrived. We have arrived. And I can't wait to see what she does. I really can't. I mean, it's going to be something new and different. And it's something we haven't had before. So, I mean, nothing else has worked. Let's try this, especially, and she's the one to do it. So
Right, right. So
that's what I say to that.
So that is good. No, you can keep them applause going because that is a wonderful thing. I
Yes.
mean, looking at it just from an optics perspective. One, she's there and is I think it's almost because Joe's used to African American being there because
Hmm.
he was with
Yeah.
Barack
Right.
Obama,
So he's used to it. He knows how
and
to work.
he's also promised one thing, that his cabinet is going to reflect the country. He's going to have a diverse cabinet. So we'll see how that turns out,
Yeah.
because a lot of times, it can just become an opportunistic thing where
Hmm.
you're just putting things in place for, for it to look a certain way. But I hope that he gives people a real chance.
Yeah.
I hope that he gives people a real chance. And we're looking at this and just grateful for all the potential, the potential for something better.
Hmm.
I want 2021. I have hopes for 2021.
Yes.
I mean, because this whole thing has put our whole the virus, have put our travel plans. Me and you travel anyways. We brave individuals, right?
We do it safely.
I
We
mean,
do it safely. We
yeah,
stay away from people within the travel.
right. We're not reckless.
No, we're
You know
not.
what I'm saying? Okay, so my hope that for the president is for him to unify the nation. I know some of y'all listening be like, when unify the nation, that's just such a typical thing. Well, when I say unify the nation, I'm talking about unify the nation by stopping some of the by healing some of the worst sores. Police brutality is
Yeah.
something that needs to be stopped.
Yes.
I think it needs to be stopped, and there needs to be laws put in place, that help in that regard. I think that I think when it's outright racism, somebody who have killed someone else, that's all that's happened. Even guilty people deserve judicial process,
Yes.
and it's not right there on the side of the road or wherever it is where you kill somebody because you felt a certain type of way. That is terrible. That is murder.
Yeah.
And I think that we need to call murder what it is, and especially when it comes down to black, brown, African American people, because it's happening way too much. And I don't even think that it should happen to white people. I'm just gonna be honest with
Shouldn't
you.
happen to
It
anybody.
shouldn't happen to anybody. So I don't want anybody out there that's listening, and just because I love black folk don't mean I hate everybody else. We're not hateful people, but what we will say is this right here is that, there needs to be a change. There needs to be a change, especially in our police force. Go back to protecting and serving. That's what it needs to be, instead of murdering and causing
Yeah.
chaos. That's
Murder
what
by
I
failing.
mean. That's what I mean by bringing unity back to where it needs to be. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes. Just help things smooth out better. I mean, any law in place needs to apply to all and not just who you feel it should at a certain time.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
So, just looking at that, because we worry about our black sons and,
Yes.
black children. I'll say that daughters as well. Breonna Taylor was a daughter.
Yeah.
We worry about these, Ahmaud Arbery, different ones, different things. All these things have happened, and many of us voted because
Yeah.
those names could not vote. uh, you know, um, the Fred Browns, all of them could not vote, and Mike Brown rather could not vote, and so we voted in their stead,
Hmm.
and we voted a certain way. But one of the things that I want to make sure that I put out there is that my hope for President elect Joe Biden is that he brings a healing where it needs to be and help these sores that have been bleeding,
Hmm.
that are infected in the country to heal,
Yes.
to heal. And one of the things that I think that needs to be brought to attention to is the police brutality. I think
Yes.
that needs to be some serious thought needs to be put into something that some kind of training, where we can put together to to help police officers to, when they have to make those quick decisions, that they're
Hmm.
making those quick decisions within protocol and not based on feelings,
Yeah.
because a lot of times they're training, and you can chime in anytime, Jess. A lot of times their training is based on certain situations, stuff like that, and they're going to be faced with something at that moment that moves beyond the training and moves on back into their childhood and
Yeah.
stereotypical things that they may have heard as a child or different things like
Yeah.
that, and those feelings can come up. So I think that there needs to be a greater psychological analysis actually put into this kind of training to consider some things, because I'm not the black man that may have done something to your great grandmama,
Right.
who
Yeah.
because of her fear put a level of racism in you that got you to believe that anybody that looks like me is a threat,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know. And so anyway, just
I
put that
think
out
all
there.
those things need to be redefined. With what is the mental health quality of or qualifications for people entering? What? I mean, I know they go through thorough background checks, but how can we go in through those background checks more thoroughly before we allow people to
Right,
serve, protect and
right.
serve? We got to know what you feel that you're protecting.
Right. Now we'll put a lot of things in place for somebody not to get a gun,
Hmm.
to prevent. We want to check those things for them to get a gun, but it should be even worse for you to get a badge.
Yeah.
You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because some people view having a badge as a right to kill,
Yeah.
get away free, kill at whatever cost you want. So I don't think that that needs to be in place. So I'm hoping that President-elect, if President-elect Joe Biden is sneaking to listen to our podcast, listen, Joe, I got to talk to you. Let me holler at you just for a second. Let me
Yeah.
holler at you just for a second. I need you to go into the police force and make some changes.
Yes, please.
I need you to do that. I need you to push forth legislation that will make black people feel safer
Yeah,
driving
make us
down
feel
the
safe.
street.
Yes.
Make us feel safer driving down the street. If you could do those things there, I believe that you'll gain even more support while you're in office. If you could just make us feel safer, and make us feel safer about our sons, make us feel
Hmm.
safer about our uncles and our cousins,
Yes.
who are driving down the street, who are pulled over by a white officer, and we don't have to be worried about our lives. I mean, you got black folk now trying to put cameras in. Well, I'm talking about myself, put cameras in everything.
We
And
have to.
right. And I know all police officers aren't bad, but think about it. Think about it. I am not all black. I'm not all bad black men.
Right. Yeah.
You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm not. But when I'm stopped, that police officer doesn't know that.
Right.
All
And
police
to
officers,
pre-assume it is bad.
right. All police officers are not bad. However, when I'm stopped and I look at that white officer, I don't know that.
Yeah. So we pre-assume too.
Right. It's both ways.
That's a problem.
But what we're going to do, we don't have the gun in the car.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One has greater power than the other. You tell us to put our hands on the steering wheel, that's what's going to happen. We might talk some smack and stuff like that, but we don't have no gun.
Hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So anyway, I know I kind of went out there for a little while. I want America to get back to where it is the home of the free, land of the free, home of the brave. I wanted to get back to that. I want to get back to the movie Will Smith did, where it's the pursuit of happiness, where we can
Yeah.
pursue happiness
Equally.
equally.
Yes.
Oh my God, where all men are created equal. Why do I
And we
feel?
believe it, and
Why do I
we
feel
practice it.
MLK right now?
We practice equality versus saying it.
Now,
That makes a big difference.
under Donald Trump, I do believe that Martin Luther King's dream. I don't know if Dr. King could have even saw a president like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I don't even think that he could have saw a president like Donald Trump, because Donald Trump was horrible. And I believe that there needs to be a president put in place, a president's put in place. I think that that's what he's basically done. He changed a lot of the culture, and all these judges he put in place have changed the landscape of law.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's changed the landscape of law. And so he's done some things that he's going to be a stink on America for a long time.
But let's say if we had to bring anything of positivity,
Hmm.
all these things were brought to the surface. Not that they weren't there, but they're now loud versus just brushed under the carpet for another day.
Right.
Now it's loud. We have to address it. So that's what I
Right.
feel about it. If I had to give one positive.
Okay. So I want you to do this right here, Jess, and
Hmm.
because we're talking about the president elect and Madam Vice President, first woman to ever, grace that with
Yes.
power. I mean, what would you say to your daughter, and we have several daughters. What would you, if you got them all together in one room, how would you encourage them by what's happening right now? What would you say?
Well, me personally, of course.
Speak on it. I need an organ.
All right.
Come on, speak on it. What
Well,
what would you say? Go ahead.
well, the biggest thing is just restating history, but also to tell them that they are here to witness what we project to be one of the biggest changes in the world. I mean, I know people were saying, well, women getting office and maybe it's going to turn emotional, but obviously, what we've had has not worked, so maybe we need that. And I feel like she's a strong black woman, so she's going to get in there and Make lots of changes. And what I would tell my daughter is, look at this, pay attention. You can be great. You can be there that day. You can now put this on your schedule of becoming president, vice president, president, or anything you want to do. You cannot. There's no top on the heights that you can reach, and actually mean it, because I can show her proof that someone's there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think. All daughters out there, this is great. I mean, it's something great to see. It's history, and they're part of it. So make it meaningful. So, but other than that,
Right. So just looking at most of the things that we done, especially as parents, it becomes quite inspirational to be able to see these kind of things to be able to share with our children. And so there are a lot of proud mamas out there right now looking at Madam Vice President,
yes,
who's saying, "Baby, look, didn't I tell you all that time I told you about that homework? Look at what you listen.
yes,
She did her homework. She
she
cleaned up
did.
her room. Look at where she at now." She did what her mama told her to do. Now look at her now. Look at her now. You know. And so it's all those great things that are in place, for us to be able to use to help our children to be able to see, the importance of striving for greatness.
Yes.
Even if going to the White House is not your greatness, that's definitely a level of you can do great things. So I think black men through Barack
I
Obama,
was about to say that. Yeah.
black women through Madam Vice President,
Yes.
now elect, now have Harris, now have people that we're able to see who were able to do these things, and it's quite encouraging. It is quite encouraging.
It really is.
I mean, it is quite encouraging, and we're just grateful for all those things that you know. I see one of the comments right here from Lady Lasandra McCullough. This is good. She said, I would say, can y'all have a soul food party at the White House
Yes.
and invite the public when the coronavirus is over with?
Yes,
Listen,
that's good.
listen. Can you see a White House lawn full of watermelon,
Right.
and different things of that nature that's going on for everybody. That would be barbecue, watermelon,
You think of all the things.
yeah,
It'll be
all of that on
a
the
family.
lawn.
It'll be
That
a family
that would
tradition.
be amazing. That would be amazing. Yeah, that would be good.
People
On
showing
the
up for their plate.
yeah, showing up to get they plate a whole bunch of fall and
Yes.
paper plates.
That's
That would be really, really
at
good.
the White House.
Yeah, at the White House. At the White House. So we're yeah, thank you for that
Yeah, that was funny. That was
post.
good.
That is very interesting because I know that a lot of folk would love to be able to do that. I would be there. Listen,
Yeah.
what? That would be a monumental party on
Right.
the lawn of the White House. I ain't been on the White House lawn. You get on that lawn right now, you might get a bullet.
Right.
Can you see somebody? I'm sorry.
It's
Thank
not
you.
time yet.
That is good.
Gotta wait till
But the
January for that party.
celebration, yeah, we have to wait to January. Right now, right now. Oh, she put on their carry out plates. Carry out plates. Right now, that's what.
Yes.
Right now, that's all we can do. But if we get on that line right now, Trump ain't having it.
Yeah.
I'm about to tell you,
Yeah.
somebody's gonna end up going to the hospital,
Yeah.
and that ain't gonna end well. I could already tell you, if you get on that lawn while Trump is in office, it ain't gonna go well at all. It ain't gonna go well at all.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you for that. Carry out plays. That is super funny.
Card back, Auntie. Thank you, Auntie.
Yeah, whole bunch of
Everybody fam.
whole bunch of aunts from all across America. The Aunt Coalition. The Aunt Coalition. You got a
I don't
bunch of
think
aunties out
It's
there.
not gonna be a catering. It's gonna be everybody. It's gonna be a potluck.
Right. A whole bunch of aunts out there and
Yeah.
telling people, ain't that your third plate?
Right. Get on out of here.
Yeah, ain't that your third plate? Yeah, that would be so funny. Thank you, Lasandra. That McCullough, that was great. But just looking at the White House and different things that are going on, this is something that is great for our country. We needed to change. And I was sharing with you earlier, even though Joe Biden is winning, have won, I really need his numbers to go up even more because I need them to be able to take out of the equation that he cheated.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't.
It's
I
already
did
going that
not
way.
want. I did not want for it to be close.
It's already going that way.
You
We've
know.
seen the big gap between, and he's still getting numbers, and they still talking about the rest of the votes, which don't, at this point don't matter.
Right.
He succeeded.
Right. And I actually was looking, trying to see what the what the stats were so far still, because he's at 290. I wish, I don't
Yeah.
know if he can get to 300. I would love for him to get to 300 because according to what I'm seeing here, according to the Associated Press poll, the presidential results, President Trump is still at 214, and Joe Biden is still at 290. Now I know this will be some time. People will listen to this, way after the election is done. But I just want to get out of the way about people saying that he cheated.
Yeah.
I wanted to get this out of the way about people saying that he cheated. I see Lysandra put down there again, pig feet party.
No,
That would
we
be
can just leave
heavy.
those out.
Yeah, I know Jess is not into pig feet, but listen, I'm East Texas to my core. You can't miss me with none of that deep down home soul food.
Trying to get on board,
Yeah,
but I grew up with it though.
yeah,
I
you
grew up
grew
with
up
all
with it,
that.
but I grew up eating it
Yeah,
and still will eat it.
I ate it till I knew.
Right,
I knew
right.
better.
I just have to eat it a little bit more cautiously now. I can't eat that every
Yeah.
day. That's like a once a year. And I don't think this year I've eaten that at all.
Oh, you haven't.
Yeah, just because we try to do some things different with our our health. So I got
Mhm.
numbers I got to look out for now. But back in the day,
Well, when you're young, you feel like you can do
listen,
anything. That stuff will
when I was
catch up with you.
I once was young and now I'm old. That's the difference right there. And so just looking at that, that is just the main thing that we're looking at. And once again, anybody who's tuning in right now, you're tuning into Rock and Jess World
Yes.
podcast, tuning into Rock and Jess World podcast, and I'm Rock.
And I'm Jess.
And you tuned into a great podcast today. So today we're just talking about uh, Trump and the different things that have went on for him, and the election, different things that have went on for the election, and we're very happy with most of the things that have happened, that have went on. So yeah, so we're very grateful for all the things that have went on, that have happened. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and
Segue.
get to
Segue.
yeah, we're going to segue on over. We have an interesting conversation. I know many people, because we've already labeled our podcast. So we have a great person who's going to be on here with us today. And, I've been knowing him. I hate to say I've been knowing him for a long time. I've been knowing him my whole life. I've been knowing him my whole life. And, just been a great person. So a lot of time when we get guests, these guests, I may not know their entire background, but I know this guy here.
That's
And
good.
he's great. He's great, good stock, come from great things. And me and Jess was looking at some things that we wanted to be able to be a part of, because we've been able to develop a pretty good following, and we want to direct people towards positive things. And so I asked this brother to be on the show with us, and just grateful that he's here. Just you happy here?
I am.
Yeah, I was telling her before he's family to me, and I don't mean that in just the how we literally or figuratively say different things, but
Yes.
he really my family.
You really
So
meant it.
I'm grateful that he's here. You all social media, YouTube and everywhere, because we broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook. We're grateful that he's here. I want everybody to give it up for my guy, Anthony Alexander. Give it up for him. And what's going on, man? I see you got somebody else with you there, don't you, Ant?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, you're a part of the website as well.
Yeah,
Sonia.
Yes,
How are you, Sonia?
I'm Sonia. I'm
All right.
Sonia Ross. I'm the co-founder of Find Our Missing. We're
Okay.
actually in the middle of flyer distribution for someone that's missing in Fort Worth.
Oh, wow.
So Anthony's talking to one of the family members right now. He'll be down here shortly. But yes.
Okay. Okay, totally understand. And he told me, and just to kind of bring everybody in up to speed on what's going on. He told me earlier that he was involved in something that was going on today, and you all are doing a great. Can you hear me well?
I'm getting a bad reception. I'm so sorry. I totally didn't hear that.
It's
Can you repeat
okay.
that?
It's okay. Okay. He told me earlier that he was involved in getting some things together as far as out involved with someone who's missing that you all are looking for now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. This
Okay.
is her.
Okay.
I
And
don't know if you
man,
can
what?
see it.
Oh no, we
There we
can't.
go.
There we go. Oh, there
It's
we go.
clear.
Okay, I can see
So we're
now.
looking for Nyla. Her name is Nyla Ryder. She's 16. She went
Right.
missing in Fort Worth. Um, and we're over here near Hewlin Mall area right now.
Mhm.
In the Walmart that's the behind the Wendy's. I think it's off of Hewlin. She used to work here, so we're just out passing flyers. We're about to go hit the mall right now and see if we can ask people if they've seen her and if we can help locate her.
Now, Sonia, let me ask you this because, and I know it's Sonia Morales, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now I know you are the co-founder. I see you here, and we looking on the website.
Yeah.
I want to make like I just know this. Now to our podcast audience,
Yes.
your boy just know, but
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm actually on the website, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm looking at the website. Y'all did a killer job with these photos on here.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Uh-huh.
The
wow.
photography side is
Y'all,
looking.
oh, y'all photography game is on point. I'm gonna go and tell you. I'm gonna go.
I heard we look better in person though. I heard like you can't get better than the real thing. That's what I
I
That's
heard.
right.
got
On
you.
that.
I
On
got
that.
you. Oh no, no. Please understand. Me and Jess understand. We know because we will get our photos right before we put
Right?
them on. Yeah, you gotta have them right. But so let me ask you this because I know Jess, that was one of the questions that you wanted to ask. So let me before I go to the question. And where you at, man? How you doing?
Hey, bro.
There he is.
I'm right here, man.
Man, look at you, man. You look great, man.
Man, thank you, man. I feel great, man. I feel great. I do.
Good, good. I was glad that you wanted to do that, and we want to connect so that when you all are looking for people, we can actually get involved as well. Now, we weigh in Arizona, right? I'm
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah.
yeah, I'm in Arizona. Me and Jess in Arizona. But we have a movement, and we're wanting to make sure. So whenever you all are doing things, we want to connect some kind of way that we can assist. Whenever because you all are out there hitting the pavement right now, you and Sonia,
Yeah.
and that's amazing, man. How did y'all come together to do this? What made you want to do it?
Man, just really go back to our childhood days, man. You remember going to the store
Right,
and getting a milk carton, back of milk carton, you see somebody missing, and they
yep,
always ask the question, "Have you seen us?"
right,
So that stuck with me, man. From poly days until now. And
right.
so I got with Sonya. I said, "Hey, let's start this." She told me no at first. She told me no.
No, she
She told me
didn't.
no. She told
I
me
told
no.
you something.
But
How could you?
but not taking a no for an answer
No,
because
he didn't take no for an answer very well.
but,
I got you.
she's a manager and she's real good at what she does. On the operation side. So I needed her, and so man, together, man, we have
Trying to get this.
You
together
all right?
we have staff of about how many people we have on our staff?
Oh, we have quite a few. We have at least almost 30 people. I want
Almost
to
30,
say,
yeah.
yeah,
Almost
between
30.
volunteers and people who work in certain departments. So,
Yeah.
but
Wow,
there's probably
So
wow,
what area are you
I
all
would
in?
say there's probably 10 of us that are very active, and then we have
Mhm.
like standby volunteers.
Yeah.
So, but we have quite a big group right now,
Yeah.
and then some in different states as well.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So
what I was gonna ask.
we
Like, where do you all operate out of?
so we operate out here in Houston, but
Okay.
we have work cases all over the United States.
okay,
It's unbelievable. We got people who want to partner with us in Morocco, in Canada, and so we're working on that
wow,
right now. So our goal is to be in every state, in the U.S.
So
wow.
how can
And
someone
uh,
like that doesn't know get involved?
What was that?
How How can someone that doesn't know about it, how can they get involved to help?
They can go to the website, go to findourmissing.com, and on the website there is a volunteer form. So you can sign up to become a volunteer. We add you to the volunteer list, and then depending on what your skill set is, then we'll reach out to you, and just there's certain people that we've actually spoke to personally because they have certain skills that we can use in our
Right.
Mm-hmm.
group,
Right.
whether they be investigative, legal, maybe it's administrative. Um, just depends. But most of the people that help us are just volunteers that help us with things like fires, um, things of that. That's the biggest thing, or just groundwork, or we may have to do a search, physical search.
Mm-hmm.
That's rare, but it
Right.
does happen.
Right. I saw on the website, and I remember when this was all going on because I was praying as well. Evan's Hope. Evan is actually someone who was missing, and I believe Anthony. I saw on your post. I actually kind of followed it. When it was everything was going on. Tell me about that. Was that one of the things that kind of pushed you all to go ahead and go that direction?
Yeah, actually, man, we kept seeing his posts keep circulating in our group, and so we wound up reaching out to the family, man. And after that, that story made national news.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was everywhere, and so because of that story, it connected us with great people, man. So we got a great relationship with the police departments, with with the media outlet. So that story really pushed us, man. And so we decided, to honor the family, man, by naming, a
Yeah.
department, Evans Hope.
That is
Okay. Yeah.
awesome. That is awesome. Man, I know that I know the story of how it happened. Now, let me ask you this because I know that sometimes these stories of the missing don't actually end well. You know, in those regards like that. Have you had them where the missing were found? Have you all been able to be successful finding people who are missing?
We've recovered over 135 people this year.
That's
Wow.
We do
great. That is absolutely great.
we do have 10 that we are still searching, but
Yeah.
we do have over 135 successful cases.
That's really
Wow.
good.
That is
Really
really
good.
good. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
Wow. You know, I,
yeah.
that is real good. I'm sitting here thinking like that's a lot of people
Yeah. And
that
people
are
don't know
found.
the
That's a lot of people. It is.
In a
significance
short
of
time.
people that are missing. I mean, you may look at, like you said, you were young and were seeing missing people, but a lot of people look over that and don't realize how serious it is, and also how they can help or do something about it.
Right. Let me ask you this. Um, what do you all see? Because you all are in the trenches. What do you all see as the main cause of people going missing? I mean, because it has to have, I mean, are there predators or runaways or what's going on?
Well, a lot of the cases, some are runaways, some
Hmm.
are actual exploited children that are lured via online. So they may have been lured on Instagram, Facebook, or
Hmm.
by some social media outlet. Um, some are also, I would say, victims.
Looks
All
like we
right.
lost them. Hopefully
Yeah,
they'll be back.
we gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Because that was the conversation was definitely getting on in there, and
Yes.
I know they're driving, so they just went through a bad area.
Yes.
But
But they're work.
wow,
They're actually working, so that's really good. I'm grateful that they giving us their time, and just
right,
especially for that. So
they're back.
okay.
Oh, all right,
Right.
Sonya, we got you there. You back?
Okay.
All right. Now
Yeah. So
you were telling us, yeah. Go ahead.
some of the victims are from physical abuse, or what do you want to say? What is that?
Some of them had physical abuse or in the CPS system.
CPS system. Yeah, some
Mhm.
of them are cases like that. And then the worst case. It's red. It's red. And the worst case is uh, not homicide, but criminal activity.
Yeah,
So it just
yeah.
depends. But the majority of them, 75%, are runaways or exploited children. The
Wow.
majority of them are.
Right. And and just kind of going on down this road, because I kind of labeled this as a conversation that needs to be had. I don't think that people know enough about missing until it hits the door,
Yes.
you
Right.
know. And
It's not a
so
problem until it's your problem.
there
That's the
you
Yeah.
oh,
mentality.
that
Yes.
is powerful. That
Mhm.
and which
It's
is the
not a
sentiment.
problem.
The most,
It's not a
yeah.
problem until it becomes your problem, and then it's personal. And once
Right.
it becomes personal, once you've been affected by it firsthand,
Right.
you'll never be the same, because these victims are not the same after.
Yeah.
They do need therapy. They need recovery after that.
Have now what is the level of abuse here, whether it be because I was just looking at some stats and I go over those stats, but the conversation is just so good I hadn't brought the stats up. But when we say people who have been missing, is it for sex trade? Is it for child labor? What is going on here that you all see? And second part, have you all rescued anyone
Okay,
from those
so
situations?
there are there is a I won't say that there's a plethora, but there's a lot that goes under the umbrella when we talk about human trafficking.
Right.
Uh, the majority of the things that we deal with are mostly runaways or exploited. But that does not mean that some of the victims are a result of some sort of a human or modern day slavery,
Right.
because we don't know. We don't know if the parties that we have not located, if they are victims of that. It is not an impossibility at all that that could be what has befallen them. We don't know. Um, but we don't know what the intentions are when they become trafficked or when they are exploited. Um, a lot of those details aren't released to us, depending
Right.
on who's investigating it and if it's one of our volunteer investigators. And but we don't release a lot of that information because it's still confidential, since a
Right.
lot of it is
Right.
their investigation.
You know what? That I totally understand that because that wouldn't be good to release that information. People are
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
brutal, they would, hold on to that. And I get it. I get it. Yeah, they wouldn't want to release that information.
right.
Wow.
But, I mean, it's not an impossibility that that could be what has befallen those victims, but the generally the main thing, because it is usually sex trafficking
Okay.
that they're a victim of.
Right. And I
And
heard.
then,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
and
Jess.
once you've found these victims, people, and I was reading on your website, so you direct them towards whatever resource they need, like counseling and all of that. You get in contact with that just for healing purposes.
Right. Yeah. So what we do is, after the victims have been recovered, usually they are entrusted into to the police department or the authorities, so that they can go through the process of what happened to them, and they go through the interview process. Once that has been done, then they go into rehabilitation, whether it
Mhm.
be a victim services, and then we're there for the families. We give them the information of who to contact, where they can go, because everybody needs help, not just the
Yeah.
victim, but
Yeah.
also the family members.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. That is the truth because everybody have suffered
Yeah.
with their absence, and then the reality of that, especially when you think it can happen to you, that
Right,
it happens, or
right.
especially parents. We're all protected as parents, so when something happens to one of our kids, we feel like we failed.
Yes,
Yeah.
So yeah, counseling would need to be for
Yeah.
everybody.
For healing.
right.
For getting better. Yeah. For
Yeah,
everybody.
that would be something. Okay, just looking at this and just a few more things. Yeah, I'm when I was thinking about this, and I asked Anthony if he would do it. Grateful one, but it got me to looking at several things that I hadn't considered. And you're giving us some great information. That many people say, "Oh wow, I applaud you. I applaud you all's
Thank you.
work. Absolutely amazing." And I know Jess said something earlier that I brought up that I definitely want to make sure that we give a plug to you all for, and that is if someone wants to be a part, what specifically do they need to do to be a part of what you all are doing,
And
your organization?
qualifications. Qualifications.
Well, right now we are, because we are officially a nonprofit organization. Right now we
Absolutely.
are in the process of requesting grants. So we're writing grants. We're
Hmm.
requesting grants right now. So for us, we would be looking for people that are certified or trained
Hmm.
in therapy, specifically recovering from this type of trauma. So maybe psychologists that are specializing in that sex trauma area, or
Right.
people who have been trafficked, investigators, people who also have some sort of training in the what we call, they go behind the scenes, and they kind of spy on accounts to kind of see what's going on, who they may be
Oh yeah.
contacting. That we do a lot of that, and so we have decoy accounts that just kind of watch, and we give all this information to the police departments or the investigators that are assigned to the cases, so that we can assist them as much as we can. So anybody in that realm that's specific to treating people, aftercare, therapist, uh, anybody that's in the police department, or anyone that can do investigations. A lot of these people do this on their free time. So I mean,
Right.
all of this is a sacrifice, and we're doing it on our free. Like we're this is our part time that we do. For service, for the community, for God, for the families.
Mhm.
So
Good. Good.
yes.
This is definitely something that needs to be put out to every.
Yeah.
We have. I'll be trying to count how many people how many followers we actually have, but I
We're
want
growing.
we're growing, but I know we have about maybe 12,000 followers
Mhm.
just on all social media and
Wow.
stuff like that. But and that's the thing that I want to do is that we want to make sure that we are giving out information with supporting what you all are doing,
Yeah.
and so that's why we're trying to give people that route to follow you. But for everybody who's listening to the podcast and that will listen or going through social media, you can go to their website, which is findourmissing.com. And if they want to contact you all, they just need to go to the contact link, correct?
Yes, there is information there. We do have a phone number. We do have a
Hmm.
physical address. We have an email address as well. You can also find us on Facebook. We have a page that is specifically, it's called Find Our Missing Evans Hope on Facebook. You can
Okay.
follow us on there. We do have an Instagram page as well. It's called Find Our Missing DFW. Although Facebook is where we mainly work off of, so we get a lot
Okay.
of followers on Facebook. So
Okay.
definitely
Great.
website and on Facebook.
Now let me ask you this, because I heard that you all are in Houston. Y'all in Houston?
Yes, we do have people in Houston right now that are active, that work, and they do a lot of the behind the scenes. They do help us with the recovery process as well. So they're very much in contact with investigators, police departments. I mean, we are not unknown to do stings. Whatever the department
Come
says,
on.
we will do it. We will get
That
in
is
there. We
good.
will get our hands
I
dirty.
would be
Yes,
in the way to do a sting, and that would I'd
we are
probably be.
the army of God. We are the army of God.
Come
I
We are
love
on.
going to
it.
stand. We're going to take a stand. You will not have our children. You will not exploit our
Come
children.
on. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen,
Love that.
Morales, you
That's really
blessing
good.
me.
That's really good.
Sometimes I'm looking
I'm
for a
so
reason to go
serious.
get things right, you
This
know?
is very meaningful to both of us. When
Right.
Anthony came to me, I was very apprehensive. I don't have a lot of free time, so I'm a single parent, and I have a child of my own. I would
Right.
just be devastated if this happened to my son. And he is
Yeah.
so. He knows everything about everything about this
Good.
group, and so I keep him informed. But it's very important that we educate our children and let them know that it's a deterrent. Let them know what to look for. Be a part. Be involved. Don't be a stranger to your child. It's very important.
Right.
Very
Right.
important.
So I believe the call to action then from this would be to educate your children. So if they want to educate their children, could they go to your website and find information to educate their children? Where would
Well,
you recommend they go
they
on the website? or what would you recommend?
Well, I would recommend. We don't have anything yet. I don't think we have enough resources on our website, but we are working on that, and that's something that we're trying to get involved as well. People that also are very maybe have a background in that would assist us greatly.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, what we do is we just do impromptu things like videos or awareness. We do attend rallies, protests, anything that involves human trafficking. We publicize that on our page. We do that live a lot so that we can get the word out. But it's not just for adults because adults are mainly on social media, but then we inform the
Right.
children. Let their children watch those rallies. Let their children watch protests. Don't be scared to take your children to these events. Let them know that
Right.
the monsters are not under the bed. They are on your phone, or they
Yeah.
are out on the street. They work with you.
Yeah.
They go to church with you. They are not strangers. They are not
That,
strangers. They need to be taught that definitely.
It's something to know that the extent of stranger is somebody could be somebody you know.
right. Right.
Yeah.
So what? So you all are headed back to um look for someone now. That's where y'all are headed to.
Can you repeat that one more time?
I said because I know I caught you all. Anthony told me that you all were out looking for someone. I know you all showed us the flyer, and so you all are actively looking for someone right now. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
okay.
actually doing a flyer distribution. We're working right now.
Right.
I know. Thank you
We're,
for
we're
taking
having
the time
campaigns
out.
right now.
Thank
Yeah.
you for taking the
Live.
time out.
You caught us in action.
Right. Right.
It's the best time.
Really where our mouth is. We're not playing. We're not playing.
Right. Okay, because I wanted to make sure, and I mean, because this just shows how authentic you all are. When Anthony told me that he was actually out doing, so I said, "Perfect." I
Yeah.
mean, it's good. Well, actually, he said perfect, but I was just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, wow, okay." Which just is to let everyone, all of our listeners know, even viewers,
Yeah.
that this is authentic. This is they're actually talking about it and being about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so this is definitely a great organization to support because we caught them in the midst of working.
Taught them in the moment.
Yeah.
And then our
So
listeners down in Houston, just so they know they are looking for somebody. So if you'd like to put that flyer back up just in case, because we
Yes.
do have Houston
I was gonna
listeners.
say that too. That's
Oh wait, let me grab another flag too.
okay.
uh,
Hold on. We have a couple people that we are currently. Let me see if I can get this position
Okay.
right. So there she is. This is Nyla.
Okay.
Nyla.
Yes. And let me see if I can get her picture a little bit closer so you can see it. It's hard to position my camera on this phone. Here we go. Is that a good visual?
Yeah, we can
We can
see
see
it.
it. Yeah.
We can see it.
Okay. There's
And
your information.
I was gonna ask too, if you
Uh huh.
could, do you all have this flyer on Anthony? Do you have this on your Facebook page?
Yes, we do. We have
Okay.
Okay.
that one. And here's another person that we also have that we're looking for. Maricela
Okay.
Botello.
Hold that up.
She came up missing in Deep Ellum. She's been missing for over what, maybe almost 6 weeks.
Yeah.
She's been missing for a few weeks as well. So we do have those two posters on our website and on our page as
Okay.
well.
Good.
And then we can share to the Rock and Just World as well.
Yeah,
With
we'll
that
share
link
it to
on the
Rock and
page.
Jess World as well. With For everybody that's listening, y'all know I always got the plug for Rock and Jess World,
Yes.
www.rockandjessworld.com, or you can go to rockleech.com. We're gonna post these everywhere, and what we'll do is create a link if you all don't mind. Uh,
Okay.
that'll be from our page so that we can people can get to you all as well. And we want to support what you all are doing. I think it's awesome to see people who are willing to get out and get in the trenches to do it. I almost want to ask y'all what kind of shoes y'all got on because I know y'all are.
Man,
I got my Brooks on.
hey,
I got my Brooks on.
Come on, Brooke.
I got some pro wings on, man.
Anthony play too much. He play too much.
That's a good shoe. Good walking shoe. Get going.
Anthony, you know what? At one time that was real for both of us. You know that.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. He said when he first came on, he said Polly. and I know I want to say that for everybody to know because everybody doesn't know what Polytech is, but it's a high school there. And I remember this. I was Anthony. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna get too personal because everybody, we brothers, but I don't think everybody need to know all the confidential information. But I used to go. I stayed in Fort Worth with Anthony them for a little while on Avenue H. And you remember when I got into that fight at William James? I got into that fight. Look, little guy named Randy. You remember that?
Wait a minute. Wait, wait,
Listen,
wait.
don't laugh
Hold on.
like that.
Hey,
Don't laugh like that.
wait a minute. Who have a fight and then both of them took my time out?
Listen, listen. And,
Take a
listen,
break.
and I said we weren't going to embarrass each other. I said we weren't going to embarrass each other. He done went all the way in. Listen, so I like to organize fight. I like the fight to be organized. If I needed a break, I needed a break. And this is the first time. This is the first time that I ever saw where fights will follow you all the way home. Everybody walked all the way home. Why?
Take
All
a
right.
break.
I was gonna tell the story about the fight. Anthony done messed me up. I ain't finna.
I didn't know that.
Listen,
Good.
listen. My wife, you giving my wife too much information.
Thank you for that.
Giving her too much information. Listen, she loved that. She gonna be hollering time out for the rest of the day.
Yes.
But anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I know y'all busy. Y'all got things going on. Anthony, let me tell you this, man. Thank you for what
Thank
you're
you.
doing because
Yes.
I wouldn't have known about the organization, but I watch your posts. I watch what you do, brother. And we're family for real. I don't want people to feel like that I'm just figuratively saying that. Me and Anthony really are brothers. And so I'm really happy when I look and see somebody who I know. Now I know him. And he's doing great work. He's, the great work I see he's doing it. And I applaud that. Then I go to the website and see you and Miss Sonia Morales on
Yes.
there and everybody else that's on there, the great staff that you all have. And then to be able to talk to you all and see all the things that y'all doing and hear
Yeah.
about all the people y'all finding.
Yes.
Hats
Thank
off.
you.
Salute.
Thank you.
Salute to you all, to
Yeah.
you both, Anthony. So in parting, anything that you all might want to let us know that's coming up or an event that y'all are having or anything like that, what's going on? You got anything like that?
Say again.
Said any
Listen,
event that's
listen,
coming up.
hold on, wait a minute. I can't let that go by. Anthony was sitting there looking so cool,
Yes.
like he was all into what I was saying.
That's how you supposed to look.
Hold
You're
on,
not paying
he
attention.
was doing it so good.
He was perfect.
Listen,
He did that perfectly.
I thought he was all into what I was saying. He was like, wait a second.
Hey, you know you don't understand people. You like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you had it going. You had
That's what a lot of people do. They say it's okay, it's okay, but
uh,
they don't even know what you're saying.
right.
It's
He
okay.
had me. I thought,
I know
listen,
he was
all
good.
my listeners, I
I
need
know he
y'all to
was
go
good.
watch this video. I need all my listeners. I need y'all to watch this
Yeah.
video on YouTube. I want y'all to see what he just did. He did it so smooth.
I can't.
Anyway, what I was saying was, and listen to me, and quit laughing, man. Listen, what do you all have coming up that y'all want everybody to know about? What do you have coming up?
What do we have coming up?
Oh, what we have coming up? Oh man, we got it.
Good job.
I heard you. I heard you.
You always need a Sonya.
So,
Yeah,
so we had a couple of things that are coming up, man. Just to bring awareness.
mhm.
So like I said, I go is to be in every state. To network with every police department across the.
Writing to letters to police department, to hotel.
Yeah.
No,
Let's look at let's just talk to her.
So right now we're actually working with someone.
Go ahead,
There's a
Swaggy.
woman that we just brought onto our organization. She's going to be writing a letter to police departments, hotels, airports, bus stations, anywhere we can find her missing, so that if anybody walks in and is actually a victim, they have a resource
Right.
to try to call.
Ah,
Yeah, but one thing we do with, in addition to that, we do want to say is that don't be scared to be involved. So if you see someone, if especially if you see a child that doesn't look like they fit right with that person and it looks
Yep.
suspicious, don't be scared. You don't know. It's better to be safe than sorry. It's better to
Right.
accuse someone of something that you really felt in your heart, that could have been a detrimental situation for a child or for anyone. Period. And
Right.
and save them, as opposed to not doing anything and not taking action and then allowing someone to walk straight into danger.
Yeah.
So
Right.
so that's what we have coming up right now.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, that's definitely good to
Yeah.
know.
Proof
Listen,
that
we're
if
gonna
you
let
have
y'all get. We can let y'all go ahead and get back to what y'all were doing. Sonia, Anthony, thank you all,
Yes,
and
thank you so much.
Anthony, thank you for accepting the invitation, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Sonia, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all got those fabulous photos on there. I'm gonna bring that up again.
Oh yeah, we'll bring it up again. So we
Y'all got them great photos, great photos, and yeah, and you know what? I think one of the things that we have to do is I'm gonna share those. If y'all anything that y'all have on there that y'all are doing, me and Jeff will share on our website as well, to
thank
help
you.
spread the word. All right.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Hey, I just want to say, man, I'm proud of you too, man. I'm proud of
Oh
both of
man.
y'all. I see y'all.
Thank you.
I see y'all at the beach. Okay. I see y'all at the beach. I see y'all rock climbing and doing all that other stuff too. I saw y'all. I'm watching. I ain't mad. I'm
Hey,
just saying.
listen.
Make an invitation.
I'm trying to live a better life. I promised myself at the beginning of 2020. No, I promised myself at the beginning of 2019 that I was going to try to live a better life, do more adventurous things.
And
And
you
so, and Jess got me all on mountains and everything. But we doing it. We try to do what we
Y'all
can.
doing it. Y'all doing it. Y'all doing it. Y'all
I
doing it.
appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Hey, we're gonna let y'all go. Once again, everybody, this is Rocky
Oh,
Jess World, and we were very blessed today to have Anthony Alexander and Sonia Morales,
yeah.
who are both the founders of www.findourmissing.com. If you get a chance
yes.
to go by there, go and support and share the flyers, paying attention to the things that they have going on. Because Sonia said it quite well and quite prolifically that many times people don't take it seriously, it hits their own door. It's not a problem until it becomes your problem. And what we want to do is we want to be proactive in what we do. So support. This is a great movement right here to support. That's what we have today. You all have a great rest of the day.
Thank you.